Hey, all right, guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to be implementing a decision tree for the Titanic data. So we want to implement a decision tree that will tell us if someone will survive in a Titanic ship, if it sank again, right? So, and this is actually, like, this video is a continuation from the previous video that I'm showing on the screen right now. So we discussed the theory of decision tree. So if you're just watching this, I advise you to go and watch that previous video so that you will understand our implementation. So with that, let's get right into the implementation. Okay, so again, we are going to be using Google Colab, right? So if you don't know how to set it up, so you probably have to go and watch my first video, because in the first video I actually explained how to set it up, right? And this is lesson 7, like this is 7th video. So if you are new, please go and watch those previous videos. So without much, first we need to get our Titanic data, right? So I will put the link in the description to where you can download the data, but we need to, after downloading the data, we need to import the data. And I think I have my own data here. I don't know why it came all the way down, but whatever. So the data is going to be here. So let me just close this so that you guys can see it better. So again, I will be copying and pasting the code because I don't want this video to be long, right? So the goal of this video is not to show you guys how to type, right? So so these are all the libraries that we used to import that help us to do things fast. So just import it and then you run this and it should be good. Okay, so now let's go to the next tab. So the next tab, we are going to be loading our data sets, which you all know this by now. Okay, so our data set is in the sample data and type. Make sure that the name is the same as this. Okay, again, don't write CVS, it's CSV. All right, so then I'm going to use Panda to read the data as CSV. Okay, so we have that. That's good. So that's our Titanic data that our decision tree is going to learn from. And you can see from here, this is actually the decision tree that we imported. So but we are going to use it, we are going to train it using our data set here, which is what we want to do. So it's always good to just look at the some few data points in our data, right? And that's what we usually use this to do. So Titanic data, which is what we have here, .ed, will just give us like 5 data points so that we see what we have in here. Okay, so let's see what we have in here. So this is just number, index 1 2 3 4. So this is passenger ID. This is survive, meaning that, oh, this one will not survive, this will survive, this will, like, this person survived. And P class, I have information. I think P class is the class that the person enter in the ship, maybe like first class or something, right? Then the name of the person, probably we don't need all of these. The sex, the age, SIB, SP, patch. So this one I'll give you the meaning of all of this very soon. The ticket, the fare, the cabin, and the embark session that the person entered into. Okay, so that's for that. So we saw all of that. Then let's just get some quick info about our data. It's always good to explore your data, right? So we can see our data. Passenger ID, we have 891, all of this. Then we can see the age, we have 714, meaning that, so like 714 no, so that means that there are some values missing here. So we are gonna try to figure that out. Then the cabin, we can see this one is also missing. This is good. No, this is missing some too. So we are going to fill that up, like unless our data, like our algorithm will work well. Okay, so let's I think the next thing that we can do, so now we want to write algorithm to say someone will survive or not, right? So in our data, let's even see the number of people that survived and the number of people that didn't survive. Okay, so this code actually shows us that like almost, let me see, 550 people didn't survive and 350 survived. Okay guys, so after we've seen the list of people that survived and the list that didn't survive, so we need to do some data processing, because you can see that some of our data is missing here. So so we need to make up for that. So hopefully you guys can see this, but you have to type this, you know, yeah, so that we have a clean data. So just run this. Yeah, so if you have any question about any of this, like, just let me know. Okay, so after that, so we need to see the correlation. Okay, you know, before we go here, so like this one is just, so for let me explain this. Okay, so we can see the age in here. So you see the age here is missing some data, right? So we need to fill that data, and what we are saying in here is go into the data where you see the age, and when you see like where you see not available, meaning that it is empty. Okay, fill that place with the median of the data, right? The median of the age. So fill it to where we have none available. Okay, so and the same thing for embark. If it is not, no data is in there, fill it with the mode of the entire data, right? So that's exactly. Then this one, we map the sex. So if the person is male, make it 0. If the female, make it 1. Okay, so that's what this is just doing. Okay, hopefully you guys understand that. So then for this one, so we want to see the correlation between our fields, right? So we can see that what we want to predict is if somebody will survive or not, right? So then we want to see the correlation between that and other variables. Like now, if person will survive or not, with P class the correlation is minus 0.34, you know, and does all of that. So like you will know which of these variable will affect somebody being survived or not, right? So that's for that. Hope you guys understand the meaning of that. So the next thing that we want to do is to prepare our data for training, right? So we need to split it into training and test, right? Then since survive is what we want to predict, we have to remove it from the entire data set, which is drop. Then we'll also put the survive into just one variable, because that's what we want to predict. Okay, so our data is ready. So now let's train our decision tree classifier, and the code is simple, right? So the decision tree is what we imported from here, right? Decision tree classifier. Oh, come on. Then this is just random state 42. Then decision tree classifier dot fit. Fit means train with our x train and our y train. Okay, so let's do that. So we have that. All right, so now let's just do some like we want to test, like see like the how good is our model, right? So we have this. Then let's now print the accuracy. Yeah, accuracy, that's the word I was looking for. The accuracy of our model. So the accuracy of our model is what we predicted in here and what is actually the value of the y. Let's see. So our accuracy is 78.77%, which is not bad. Then this one I just some statistics, you know, but this is the one that, you know, like I'm really I really care about, you know, much, right? So now that we have that, So I told you that when we have our decision tree classified, that we can actually see the tree, how the tree is making like decision. Okay, so now we want to get a code that will help us to visualize the tree, to see how the tree is making decision, whether somebody will survive or not. Okay, so I will put a code where to visualize. So it is optional, but I still want you guys to do so that you really, it's really fun. Okay, so just so we need this SQL entry, to visualize it, and this is our model, the classifier. Just write all this code, the way it is. Please don't make a mistake. Then you run it. Then we're gonna see our tree, which is will be very cool. So let's look at it. You see, this is how the tree made the decision. Let's see the first question that it's like the tree asks. Oops, it's a long one. Okay, so if sex is less than 0.5, GNA is 0.5, sample is 712, this class is not survived, then true. You come here, if age is this, blah blah blah, then you see it will continue to make the decision based on that. Then it will go until we come to the leaf node. Leaf nodes, if I can see them. So you see, not survive, survive, not survive. So you see how we can visualize it, which is really cool. So I think we should be able to save this. Yeah, I didn't try to do that, but I think that there's a way that you can capture this. Let me see. Oops. Yeah, but yeah, you can find a way to download this. I don't know if you really need it, right? But because of time, so I think the last thing that I want us to do is just to test our model, with different values, right? So that's what I want you guys to do, and I will copy and paste this, and this is where I actually explain. So the pick class, so you don't have to type all of this, but if you want to type it, is fine. So this just explain the meaning of the variables. So the pick class is a passenger class, first class, second class, or third class. Sex is this. CSP is if you have siblings or spouse aboard the Titanic. This one, patch, means if you have parents, aboard. Then the number of parents that you have, then the fare that you pay, then your embark Q and S, you're like C start. So like it's just where you embark the train, I guess, the ship. So let's run this. So this one says 1, so that means the person will survive. So let me see if I change. So pick class is what? Passenger class. Okay, if I change the fear maybe like to 10, let's see what will happen. So the person will not survive if fear is 10. So if this is 20, and let's say that you don't have any of your parents aboard, what will happen to you? Well, you still survive. Let's say you don't have any sibling, you're on your own, you still survive. Let's say, so sex 1 is for female. Let's say you're a male. Wow. If you're a male, so that means nobody will help you. That's interesting. Because people like to help female better than male. But all right, guys, so you see because like this is actually true, yeah. So that is how we implement a decision tree, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, share the video. Like we're still gonna learn more of AI models, like like other machine learning models, so we're gonna learn all of that. So if you don't want to miss any of that, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.